my camera ready. We'll get that fixed here. Okay, perfect. Sorry. Feel like you're on a rock road, maybe. So, Sunday, January 19th, we're going to go over just a few things that we sold. Yes, tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so mail isn't going to go anywhere, but I want to get a few things out in the mail so I don't get too far behind. So let's get started. We're going to start off with eBay, and again, I'm just going to select 3 items that I sold or that I want to ship out, because a few of these items have to be taken to the post office. So I don't want to get them ready quite yet. So anyway, we have 3 items that sold basically overnight. 2 of them are little animals. $14.45. That's how much we're paying for shipping on these. This guy here, he's like a little brass bear. You can tell he has like a little ornament place where you could like string some line or a hook to like hang him up so that he would like hang off of a tree. I thought he was really cool. I believe I found him at the Goodwill bins. I don't really shop too many other places, so that's probably where I found him at. And then another item that we sold, I also found this at the bins, and you're just like, oh, it's just a plastic horse. Why would you even pick this up? This is a brand called Schleich. I've heard it pronounced probably 50 different ways. It's German. It's Schleich. They have been producing plastic toy animals for a very long time. I actually have this. This is a very like early model that they made. Okay, so I sold this guy for $25 plus shipping. And I have another Schleich, but it's kind of like in my own personal collection. I don't know if I have him. Okay, this guy here. He is another Schleich that's very early on, like one of the first little animals that we made. Super cute. This one actually, I thought they might have dates on them, but no. And I think that this one was made before this one, but they were like some of the first animals that were released, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, let's get boxed up. So how I thought that I would ship them out is because they're really not breakable, but you still want like some protection just in case like something might happen to them. I had picked up, again at the Goodwill bins, some little boxes. These are kind of a little bit large, but they actually worked. I checked it out. You just fold them up and you can just slip them in a poly mailer. So that works out well. I thought about going to the Goodwill bins today. It's Sunday. They're not open for very long. It's also very, very cold outside. And I've told myself that I need to reserve the weekend for my own mental clarity. So here we go. We've got our box. And what are we going to do first? The horse. Okay, so we're going to take the horse. And I know this might be a little bit taboo, but we're going to use Walmart plastic sacks for packing. So just like, so the horse isn't bouncing around in there or anything. He'll still bounce around a little bit, but hardly all. So he's in there, and we're gonna slap this label on. Carrie from Eastham, Massachusetts. Thank you for your purchase of the Schleich horse. When I looked it up, I did see that it was kind of a rare little guy. I actually, when I looked up comps, it was selling for like 50 bucks. I never get what comps say though on items. So I'm not sure who's getting like these extravagant prices for items, but it's not me. Not me at all. So half off. Not really. You know, probably when they were first released, they were probably like a quarter a piece or something. And now the value of them has just skyrocketed. And who would have thought little plastic animals could be worth so much money? But sometimes they are. And I always look for the Schleich mark on these little animals. So next item that's going out is this little brass bear. Super cute. I'm going to do the same thing. Put them in one of these little boxes and then just slip it right into a poly mailer. So my box folding skills are being put to the test. I originally picked these up thinking, oh, maybe I'll like make some jewelry, sell some jewelry, but I really haven't had too much time to do that. Just gonna put some more Walmart bags in there and shut the lid. So again, this sold for $13.49 to Thomas from Muskogee, Michigan. Sorry, I know I slaughtered that. Let me grab another poly mailer. Also, by shipping out orders today, it kind of like makes me feel like I have a purpose. So even though I'm right on top of things, this stuff isn't going anywhere. Also, if you've recently ordered off me, I appreciate it so much. However, please keep in mind when you're buying shipping, if you expect an item to get there tomorrow, you need to upgrade shipping. It's not going to be, you know, like the Ground Advantage economy shipping that's going to take anywhere from 5 to 7 business days to get there. I have had a recent individual get pretty upset with me because they're not taking into account that 5 to 7 business days does not include the weekend. Okay, and they had ordered a DVD, and it's just been taking a little bit of extra time because, well, one, Jimmy Carter's funeral, and two, what was the other one? Or maybe I'm kind of thinking about MLK, but then you have the weekend to account for as well, and you can't expect something to just immediately show up. Okay, so the next thing that's going out is just a t-shirt. Okay, I had picked this up earlier this fall. Everybody was just like, oh, get your team stuff listed, yada, yada, yada. I put like 10 bucks on it. Didn't sell. So this sold for $6 and, or actually, excuse me, $5. Sold for $5. Sorry about that. We'll turn that sound off. Happy to move a t-shirt so that I can buy another pair of shoes and flip the shoes. Randall from Ohio, Orient, Ohio, thank you for your purchase. That will be on the way Tuesday, basically. And then I have one more item, and that sold on Poshmark. That item was a pair of sweatpants. The brand is called like Mondetta. It's a very common brand that you're gonna find like in TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I picked these up at the bins. They were in super great shape, and they're more of like a fleece. Like the entire thing is like fleece, okay? They were really cool. I almost thought about keeping them for myself. But it was like, hey, it's gonna get cold. These things are gonna sell. Well, they didn't sell for as much as what I wanted them to sell for, understandably. But Lori from Fort Worth, Texas, thank you so much for your purchase. Surprise, surprise, they're headed to Texas. These will keep you warm. Earlier this year, well, it's probably been like a month, but before Christmas, I had someone offer me like $5 for them. And I knew that they were in great shape. Sometimes a $5 offer is very insulting because by the time, you know, you account for shipping supplies, the item, the cost of goods is what I'm trying to say. That's your $5 right there. So it's basically just a clean sweep. Even the paper and the ink that you use, you know, to print the label, the tape. It's basically just like burning cash. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. There's 4 items going out on a Sunday. Well, Tuesday. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you later. And if you have any questions, just, you know, leave them down in the comments below, and hopefully I can get around to them. Have a great one. Bye.